Hi, welcome back. So, we want to do just a calm, guided, meditative healing session today. Is that correct? Excellent. And I do apologize. There is a dog braying at the moon, quite distant, but if you can hear that, I do apologize. So, go ahead, sit back. And you can close your eyes if you'd like to, or leave them open. Whatever makes you more comfortable. And I'll just get a feel for the energy that you've brought today. I can see there's a lot of tension in that auric field, but that's okay. That's very natural. We just want to make sure to release that tension when we can. There's a natural ebb and flow to the energy in the universe, and when we have too much, it can become tangled and knotted and much in the same way that your muscles can become too tense. And we just want to massage that away, release that excess energy back into the universe. And I know sometimes it can be tempting to think of energy as good or bad, and I think that can be helpful in some regards, but I also feel like assigning morality to the energy in our bodies can be a bit self-defeating. So I'm sure there can be negative energy, negative emotions, but in the interest of being kind to yourself, I always encourage people to think of it as just an excess of energy, and that energy is no longer serving you. It's just counterproductive. And we find this a lot when we get anxious. Our body doesn't realize that it's harming us. We have these deep-rooted mechanisms that exist to keep us safe. And anxiety is a very common response to fear. And it tells our bodies and our minds, this situation is stressful. I need to remove myself from this situation to keep myself safe. And a lot of times, that's a very good indicator, but as often as it is a good indicator, it also sometimes indicates this sort of imbalance. We are not in danger, but we're uncomfortable. But our body doesn't understand or perceive that difference. It has that same fight or flight mechanism that creates all of this tension within us. And again, it's intended to serve us, to keep us safe. But that's not always the case. So thank your body for allowing this mechanism to help shield you. But if it's not what you need right now, you can let that go. And if you're dealing with any hurt or anger or sadness, again, those are not inherently negative. They can be, but I think that it's important to acknowledge the way you feel. Sometimes let yourself feel that emotion that can be very, very healing in a way, to just sit with the emotion and yourself, and if you can, just be an observer. Observe the way you feel in those uncomfortable moments. But again, recognize when those emotions cease to serve you. They're no longer some road to some cathartic release. If they linger beyond the time of their usefulness, and you can feel that, I think you can feel that a lot, just let that go. But let's also acknowledge that that is sometimes very difficult to do, letting go of those negative emotions, if you want to call them that. I think they do become negative when they reach the point where they're not serving their purpose any longer. There is a reason we feel those emotions. We are human. We are very empathetic beings. It's important for us to feel those things, but whatever has been resting in your heart too long, and only you can make that call, that judgment, but whatever has been resting on your heart for too long, start to let that go. And as you let that go, imagine yourself beginning to feel lighter. And indeed, you may feel that you feel lighter already. And you can also think of lightness in terms of the kind of earthly connection that you have to the ground, this gravity holding you, but you can also think of lightness in terms of luminescence, that we strip away those excess emotions and energy that are no longer serving us. And it's almost as if we uncover this luminousness within our souls, and your aura can more fully and clearly shine now that you've made the effort to unclutter it from all of these emotions and energies that aren't serving you. So I just want to leave you here to kind of meditate on that. Practice tapping into those emotions, sorting them between the ones that do still serve you and you still want to embrace, and the ones that you're ready to let go of, that you can recognize have served their purpose and you're ready to let them go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to our next session.